How's it going, everybody? Jake here, and you did read the title right. This is not clickbait. I sold my Line 6 Helix. So why did I sell my Helix? Well, if you know me, I love my Helix. I loved it. It was a great unit. It got me tons of good tones, and I want to start out by saying I don't hate the Helix. Not by any means. I still love it. I think it's a really good multi-effects unit. I think it's probably the best on the market besides profilers like the Kemper. Anyway, so why I sold my Helix? Well, there's a couple reasons that I have for you guys. So reason number one, the feel. The feel of playing into a multi-effect unit is a lot different than playing into, say, a guitar amp that's voiced for guitar. Now, if you're in the studio and you're recording, the Helix is great, and you're not too worried about the feel then, you're worried about the tone. Well, me, more so, I just play for enjoyment, so I really want that loud, obnoxious powerhouse of playing into a guitar amp. There is a different feeling, and I do think the Helix has definitely improved on, something with the input. It feels more genuine than, say, like the Pod series units. But it's still not quite there. I was always playing it through my JBL Mark II monitors, and it was great, but it just wasn't, it didn't feel like you were playing into an amp because, at the end of the day, you weren't. Reason number two, people are always like the versatility of the Helix, and it is crazy the things you can do with that thing. But I didn't really use all that versatility. I had two presets that I used. They were called Screaming Lead and Crystal Clean. And then a few in between, but I happened to just find an amp that can do it all and that can do it quiet, which is what I need, which is the main reason I got a Helix, to still get good tones at a bedroom level. And the Helix just has so much stuff, you can do 4-cable method and all this and all that, and I just didn't use it to its full potential, which I think most studio guys or most, live people who are touring would. Reason number three, pedals. I love pedals. Who doesn't love pedals? I only have 2 on my board right now, but it's still the idea that if I see a cool pedal, I can buy it because I have a use for it. I more or less, you can put pedals into the Helix and it reacts really, really well. It reacts like an amp, but it's not the same thing. And if you didn't see my last video, I'll throw it up in the iCard where I demoed that Dan Electro pedal. I think people have a better response to me demoing it through an amp than say, okay, I have it plugged into my Helix. People just wouldn't take that review seriously, I don't think. Just knowing guitar players, they want to see it through a real amp. And of course, just the idea of building a pedal board got me excited. I really, really wanted to have a pedal board again. Number 4, playing live. So I wanted to have something with a speaker, so if I go over to somebody's place, I have a unit to play through. Now, I know you can do the whole power amp in a cab thing with Helix. I didn't really like that idea. I was not a fan of the power cabs. So it was always like, hey, do you have a PA, or, I'd borrow an amp, and I wanted to use my own stuff. So getting an amp in this instance, since I've been doing it more and more, just made more sense in the long run for me. Reason number 5, I found an amp. I found the amp, in my opinion. I am the proud owner of a Zinke Mofo 1x12 combo, which they only made 25 of, so it's super rare, it sounds super good. If you don't know, a Zinke amp is obviously manufactured by Bruce Zinke, who worked for Fender and, worked out some of the great Fender amps, and that clean channel is in this amp, and it has a kick-ass distortion channel as well that has a choice between classic gain, which is more so, lighter gain, just on the verge of breakup, and then the Mofo gain stage, which is also on channel 2, which essentially almost makes it a 3-channel amp. Gives it just kicks it into like high gain 5150 mode. It's ridiculous and it's perfect. It sounds really good at bedroom level. When I was demoing it, the first thing I said was, this thing's not even on like 0.5 of the volume knob, and it sounds great, and you can hear the tubes breaking up. So I don't know how he does that, but it is incredible. At the end of the day, the best way for me to responsibly support buying this amp financially was to get rid of my Helix. And do I miss it? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I really have exactly what I've always wanted, what I've been looking for. The Helix was kind of a sidestep to get those tones, and I had great tones until I could find the unit that I actually wanted. I want to take time at the end of this video to say I don't hate the Helix. By any means, I still recommend it to people all the time. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I still think it's one of the best, if not the best multi-effect unit on the market before you get to profilers like the Kemper. It's just great. sounds really good. The interface really sells it for me, how easy it is to use and just all the versatility you can do with it. I mean, you can run so many different single chains and 4-cable method and all this and all that. You can run ahead into a load box, into the Helix, and just use the impulses in the Helix. Like the things it can do where it's like, why would you even need that? But it can do it if somebody needs it. So it is an awesome unit. I just found something that works better for me. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think it was dumb of me to get rid of my Helix, or do you think it was a good idea? Honestly, I don't really care either way because I already did it, so you won't hurt my feelings. Voice your opinion down below, make fun of me, make fun of my hair, do whatever you want. Throw a thumbs up on this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And until the next video, we'll see you guys later.